it feels so cold inside my heart tonight. Be my man is what she said. It's not just the wind that's moving around tonight, but quick and clean don't make it right.
Ann and I have came into a gully, and we're going to show you how it was worked, because sometimes when you come into a gully and you have a good look around, you can get a bit of an idea what they did, and by they I mean the early miners, and then work off what they did. What they've done here is, the first thing they've done is dug a big race right through the centre of the gully. So that's the bedrock. That was the level of the bedrock. They've pick and shoveled right through the sandstone, because they're using that as their sluice race. So they're washing everything into that, and you can see they've washed it back to the clay and to the sandstone base. If you come over here, see all of this, that's been washed right off. So when you're detecting and looking for gold, you've got to imagine the water flowing over that and get up real tight on where there might be little traps. You're not going to get any big gold in spots like this, but you might get a little bit that's gone in to the cracks in the sandstone. So the gold and gravel is washed over there. They've been using the flow of the water. A little bit's lodged in there, they don't see him, and your detector, especially the modern day detectors, will pick him up. The other thing to think about is what they did with their waste stone. And that's what we're working on today, what they did with their waste stone. And up here, this is the same race, this is the big long race. So there's the sandstone. There's some of the biggest stones that haven't been carted away by the water. And the same on this side of all this stone that hasn't been carted away. It's been too big to be washed out the end of the tail race. So all of that bloke's done is reached down and physically thrown it out. And when they're setting all this up, when they come into the gully, they've got one problem that crosses their mind: where they're going to put the first load of stone, and where they can put stone that won't affect when they're washing somewhere else. And sometimes you'll go into a gully, and where we're going today is a perfect example of it. Just above us here, they've started to put this stone on ground that hasn't been washed back. So they've ended up with that much stone and that much washed stone or washed gravel underneath. And that's we're going to remove the top and get into that gravel at the end. So when you are in an area like this, do all the little obvious areas and then get up on the fringes, because you can see here behind us, there's clay that's been lifted out on the very edge. So they've lifted the dirt and clay out to get down to what they think is the gravel wash, but they've had to put it on ground that they think is barren or they're going to take a risk on. So don't be fixated on being in the centre of the gully all the time. Get up on the fringes, go 8 foot out from where they finished and try their places like that, because you'll get a bit where they've ended, and they're always looking. And if you've got a decent pick, don't be afraid to get it under and pull that stone back out of the ray and detect under that. You know, just a couple of minutes and detect under the ground. And same here, see that? That's ground that they've dug up and left. And that ground, you can get two bites of the cherry there. You can get stones like that. Might have a little bit of conglomerate on it. Stones like that might have a bit of a specimen. And in there, a little bit of original gold that they've put the dirt on. So keep an eye out for the peeps. Keep an eye out for the crevices. Get out of the gully. Don't be, as I said, don't be fixated on staying in the gully. Get out of the gully and go a bit further on from when they're finished, and have a look and see how you think they worked it, and then work backwards from, recreate what they were doing and then work backwards, because there'll be a spot, and I've found really good spots where they've taken a punt, put dirt on the ground, or especially big rocks. I love big rocks. You roll a big stone over like that, you get, Ant proved it last week, roll a big stone over, got a bit underneath it. We've proven it before, rolled big stones over. So this is where we're starting today. I like this area. I know there's gold here. I'm certain there was gold here. Let's hope there's a few bits left.
That's it.
2 thumbs up, Ant.
Get into it, buddy.
Good work.
Good work, mate. Cheers.
Right, we're just doing what we were talking about probably only 15 minutes ago. I've been shifting a few logs. I haven't even turned my detector on. Ant's been here working on this heap of stones. Take it away, mate.
Well, I've, yeah, as Glenn was saying, working on this heap of stones, just pulling them out. And I've just put my detector on and come across a little signal here, which has got me a bit excited because it's consistent.
When we were in here previously, we had a little bit of trouble with hot rocks, but
Yeah.
we don't reckon this one is because it's not wavering. It's just a nice, neat little signal. It hasn't got to the level where we'll call it yet as definitely been metal, but I think that's not that far away. So
Don't pull too much away either.
we've had a lot of rain in the past week, and
It's very muddy.
Yeah.
Should have bought our gumboots.
yeah,
I
well,
think I've got mine in the car actually.
I've got mine on. Still there, it's just a bit to the side, is it, mate?
I think so, yeah.
When you're doing this and everyone's the same, you, no, there it is. We're waiting for it. That's it, yeah. You're just waiting for it to step up that next little bit,
There.
like that, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Oh, confidence is growing now,
yeah,
Glenn.
mate. Yes, you're right.
Alright.
So if it is gold, and we hope it is, one thing you can safely assume, it's not real big.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, you can see it, and it's
gold.
gold. I can see
It's gold,
it too.
mate.
Switch the detector off, mate, and I'll go in for the bloody close-up.
The sun is shining
Yeah.
on it. And you just said you saw a Harry Mary?
Yeah. Now it is.
Right there.
There.
Yep.
Yep.
Good camera work, Glenn.
It is good camera
Well
work.
done,
The
buddy.
sun's working against me, but see that? You're watching that on the big screen, all you wealthy people. Look at that.
Plop.
Ah.
There it is.
What do you reckon, mate? How long have we been physically working?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh.
Just popped it. There it is.
Yeah.
Still on the coil.
Shout out to you, Graham Fuller.
But I dropped it on the coil, Graham. Alright, there we
Ah,
go.
mate.
First bit of gold, Glenn.
That's a good, we were hoping for that. That's the start we wanted, mate.
Yep, and the sun's coming out, so it's shining nicely.
Sun's shining, bloody Jebedali.
Jebedali! Yes!
Pavel!
Shout out to you, Pavel.
Yes, Jebedali!
Cheers,
Good
mate.
work. Good work, mate.
Onwards.
Righto, Ant and I have got another signal. I say Ant and I because I've got Ant's kit on.
Why is that, Glenn?
Why
do you
is
have my
that?
kit on?
Very first time I've moved a few rocks, very first time I put my bloody thing on, somehow I managed to break the booster.
Somehow.
So we had to leg it back, get a set of earphones.
This is what did it. Those muscles.
yeah,
ripped
that's
it
right.
out.
Yeah, talking about that, I had to take this up about 2 holes. Ant must have a chest like bloody Abigail because... and if you don't know who Abigail is, if you're under 50, look her up on the internet, yeah.
I
Right.
type in Abigail on the internet, my wife ain't going to be happy.
No, that's right, yes. Yes, that's if you're over 18 for a start. Over 18 single, look her up. Well, we had
That's
a
a definite signal, Glenn.
definite signal.
Definite signal.
I dismissed it as gold because it was too big, but we can't get it to, we can get it to skip.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's a little bit of a worry, but before we couldn't get it to go away, you know, so
Yeah.
makes me think that it's non-ferrous, might be a musket ball or something. We're right in, just here is where the sluice race is, and all these are sluice stones. All those have been thrown out with a sluice fork. So our man's been standing here and working and throwing out the stones. Hopefully he's throwing out a...
Like, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
rubbish.
stop.
You saw something? Oh, I see something too.
Silver.
Yeah, it's a coin.
It's a coin.
Yeah.
Silver coin.
It's a thruppence.
Look at that.
I reckon it's a thruppence.
Yep, I reckon so. That's what it is.
There she is.
Right
Grab him out.
there.
Grab him out of there, mate.
Yeah, alright, I'll do the honours. Look at that.
It's pretty worn.
Yeah, Victoria on the back.
See
And
anything, mate?
it's gonna be 18 something 6, 36
Yeah. Oh well.
perhaps. Here's the 18. And I can see a 6 something, 18 something 6.
Still. So our man's been working away there.
He's dropped his little scorpions.
Isn't silver great? You know, that's
unbelievable.
just out of the ground. You dig
Been there for 150 years.
yeah, you dig a copper coin and it's bloody it's corroded the buggery, but silver.
Yeah, looks good.
And same with gold, of course. Gold will pop out. Not that I've ever been lucky enough to find a gold coin, barring a dollar coin, but gold will pop out just clean as the day it went in. Righto, mate. 1 thumbs up for that.
Yeah, definitely thumbs up.
It's not as good as I hoped, but better than I was worried it might be. So,
Yep. Bit of silver, bit of gold.
Yep, gold and silver.
Yep, we're on the
work.
board, Glenn.
Righto, mate. At least it's a
Onwards.
signal. That's my first signal for the first genuine signal for the day.
Yeah, beautiful.
Rightio, I'll get out of Abigail's top and bloody get back in home. We've got another signal and we're not too optimistic about it, but we're going to film it. And the reason is, we just want to show you that you can gain signals by shifting stuff. And all I've done is raked all the leaves and bark away from the foot of this tree. And I detected here first and I couldn't get this signal. And now,
Definite signal now.
good loud signal. I was pretty, when I first got it, I was starting to think a bit gold.
Yeah.
But then I took a bit more off and not so much. So we'll see how we go. But the reason we want to show you that we're not just getting out here and getting 2 bits of gold or 1 bit of gold in the throat one. So that's pretty well the end of it. That proves that it's rubbish. But the point of the exercise is, don't just have a bit of a detect and then say, I've been there once and there's no signals. Don't be afraid to have a bit of a scratch around and move a bit of stuff. And that signal will still be in there. Righto, Ant.
Oh no, mate. On to the next one. Digging away, and I'm pretty sure this one is actually a witchetty grub, because see that's a bit of wood there. That's from a tree branch, and that's where he came out of. Look at the size of him. He's absolutely ginormous. I've never seen anything this big. Not one of these things. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Unbelievable. Huge. Well, we'll put him aside. There you go, buddy. Off you go. That's cool. Oh, I just said to Glenn, how about we go for lunch? I'm starving.
It's
And what does Glenn tell me?
It's 1 o'clock and Ant yelled out, we'll go for lunch. And because I've broken the booster, I've got the earphones on. Normally we can eavesdrop on each other.
Exactly.
I said, yeah, well, hopefully we'll go out with a bang. And Ant said, yeah, after lunch, you know, might find something.
Yeah, that's
I said,
what I was
no,
thinking.
I've got a signal here to go home on. Not to go home on, to go to lunch on.
Sounds alright.
Yeah, it does sound all right. And I haven't really been that keen on it because I had to chase it down through this charcoal. And there's any amount of that redstone.
Yeah, there's lots of redstone, isn't there?
So, see how we go.
But it's a nice even signal.
Yes, it was. It was a nice signal. It's through all the rubbish, through all the logs that have been burnt
Yep.
and the stones that have been thrown out. So,
Oh, Glenn. Getting excited, mate. I'm getting excited. I've got my eyes peeled.
I know, yeah.
Because I reckon we might be able to see the sun's out a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting excited there.
Well, I'm hopeful it's a little bit
Big
larger
colour.
than
Fingers and toes crossed.
we've been on. So,
Well, she's out.
what are you thinking, mate?
Oh, gold. I'm calling it gold straight away. Oh, I can see it.
Oh, can you see
I
it?
can see it.
Well, go reach in.
I can see it, mate.
Reach in. Oh, I'll turn the detector. Keep your eye on him.
Yep, I got it.
I'm using Ant's detector, so I'm not as adept at finding it. That's it.
Right there, Glenn. Look at this. Nice little.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh, Glenn.
Let's
That
unwrap him.
is going to be a very nice one. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, boy. Going out with a banging
yeah.
Glenn.
Yeah, our old buddy that I mentioned just before, Graham Fuller, he found one. Oh, it's longer than that, but about that long, but very similar to that.
It was,
long, thin one. So,
very nice.
well, that's a good way to end lunch, or to begin lunch.
Yeah, bloody hell.
I thought I'd be up there, and all I'd hear from Anne is, "See this bit I found. See this bit I found." Right, mate.
How much you reckon? What are we calling for on the weight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Confidence is shot, but I'm going to have 0.7.
Ah, surely it's a gram.
Oh, I don't think so, mate.
I'm going 1.2.
Right.
1.2.
Righto, you can play along at home.
1.2.
There he is.
Who's with me? It's got to be over a gram.
Put your guesses in.
It's got to be over a gram, Glenn. Surely.
Now these hands aren't to scale. There he is. Righto.
Very good. Good job.
Two thumbs up, mate.
Well done.
Yeah, perfect. Jebedali.
Jebedali. Time for lunch.
Time for lunch, all right. Good. Righto, it's damn near 3 o'clock. Ant and I have tired of where we were down there. We've got the 2 bits and the threepence, so we've done all right for the day.
Yep.
We want something to hang with it, so we've moved further on the gully. There was a hut here, and you can see evidence of it. See this black glass here, and here and here. But we know by the number of signals. So we're going to scout around here, try and get something worth digging, you know, a relic.
Yep.
But we're on the head of the gully, where they've thrown a lot of dirt. They've lifted dirt and thrown it out when they've been opening the gully up. So we're going to do the perimeter as well, because people have been in here, dug rubbish signals, and you can see a few digs, and then moved on. So with a double decoy, we'll sort through the signals, try and get something a bit better, and also try and get a bit of gold. We're on the point between the two. The gully sort of goes into a upside down Y, and we're on the leg of the Y. So we're one bit going that way, one bit going that way. This is where they've built their hut, closest spot to the good gold. So we'll try and find something they've missed.
Yeah, still, mate.
Thumbs always, mate.
Good luck.
Good luck, fella. Ant and I are panicking a bit. We've got 1 bit each and that threepence. We've had a pretty lean time of it. We jumped around, went up to a hut and tried our luck. Nothing worth scrounging.
No.
We've come to a commercial mine back in the day, and we're going to work on their dumps and on where they shafts themselves. So it runs out like that, a pyramid, typical pyramid mullock, and the main shaft is in there. There's 3 or 4 hoops that run out from the main shaft, but what we're interested in are bits of quartz like that on the mullock, bigger bits of quartz that have been thrown out, but they haven't run through the crusher, they're broken up, and there's some quite substantial bits of quartz. So it's 4 o'clock now, we've only got probably about 40 minutes, but 2 little bits of gold in the threepence will look better if we can just sit a specimen next to it.
Yeah.
So mate,
awesome.
get stuck into it.
Yep.
Righto, Ant, thumbs up. Righto mate, the end of the day, weigh-in time. First item of business, remember when I said that signal was going to stay in the ground? I dug it out because I thought someone will say, what was that signal? Why didn't you dig it out? It could have been a ½ ounce bit. So that's what it was.
That's what it was.
So don't, no cards or letters, send no cards or letters. That's what it was, the signal that I didn't dig. Before we have our weigh-in, we're going to have an impromptu relic challenge.
Of course we are.
So there's my first 2 relics, but save this as a surprise.
Oh, you didn't mention anything about that.
No,
Glenn.
you were out of earshot, and I had my earphones on, so I got that.
Have you cleaned it up at all? You know what it is? What is it?
I reckon it's an English halfpenny, but
Maybe.
that's as far as I got.
Yep, 1862.
Oh well, good fit. I got that, which is a little brass nail, say sluice box nail or something like that. So I'd say the $1,000 relic challenge goes to me, Ant.
I think you won, Glenn. I think you won.
I picked those.
I got me. That's what I got.
When I found that halfpenny, I picked those 2 things up. Someone else had dug them and set them up, and I picked them up because I thought I'll introduce the surprise relic challenge. But I did find this today.
Yep, very nice bit of gold.
Ant and I had a discussion when I dug it. Ant said a bit over a gram. I said I didn't think it'd make a gram. So Ant,
Chuck it on.
chuck it on, see what we got, mate.
0.96.
Gives us nearest diameters to swear on though.
Almost a gram.
Almost a gram.
Nice work, Glenn.
Yeah, it was. We were starved of signals today. That's why we came in here, just to dig a few signals and have a bit of fun.
Yep.
Right, mate.
There's
yours
mine.
is
0.23.
so put them
0.23.
both on together.
1.2.
Oh yeah.
1.2.
So that.
And a silver coin and a copper coin. Not a bad day, Glenn.
No, it wasn't a bad day. Yet I always felt dissatisfied because when we were going into that spot, it's been good to us, and I thought we might have a day out. So yeah, it's strange that we got the gold, and I feel slightly cheated. Right.
All right. We had fun.
We had
Had
a
a lot of
bloody
fun.
ball, and we had a
lunch.
good feed and had a good muck around and a good look around the bush. We didn't see anyone.
No. Shout out.
Walter and Margaret Scrap.
Yes. Walter,
Yeah, Walter and Margaret. They both commented on the Blue Eddy. Now, you've had a chance to watch our last video, and this video that you're looking at now is obviously going to be jumped on a few because we've got a few others in the pipeline. But if you're watching this and you want to go in our competition, scroll back down to see where you see it says Blue Eddy giveaway. Be subscribed. Leave a comment on that particular video, not on the one you're watching now, on that particular. So you've got to go back for your chance to win that Blue Eddy, and it's a bloody tremendous prize.
Definitely.
So we're really pleased with it. We're really pleased with Blue Eddy. That is the third one that Blue Eddy have given us, which is not too bad, you know, with the price of the bloody thing. So, so make sure you comment, make sure you get your mates to comment, make sure you subscribe.
That's it.
And then like. So good work, Ant. No one else. You had someone.
Gavin Hogg.
Good on you, Gavin.
Yeah, I want to
no
give
worries,
him a
mate.
shout
You're
out.
always in there having a go. Rodney
Yep.
Middleton is another one that's always having a go.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's quite a few. And when Ant's not bludgeoning around, he'll write a few down. He was been pissing and whining about other comments. I love the comments because I don't have to marshal them. I don't have to. But Ant replies to them and does a very good job. And when we have a giveaway, obviously, if you have to comment to have the giveaway, we get a lot more comments. We get 1,000 comments all up. So
Over 1,000.
Ant said to the lovely Camilla, would you like to answer some? You know, help out? And he got a dramatic eye roll and nothing else. So put that down as a no. When you're a husband, you start to learn things, the little signs. So Ant, that's pretty well it.
Yep.
2 bits of gold, 2 coins, a good trip around, a good feed. Somehow it was lacking something. What was that? I don't know, a big bit of gold.
Big bit of gold,
Yeah.
I guess.
But
Can't complain.
no,
Can't
beats the
complain.
crap out of no gold, doesn't it?
That's it. That's it.
Well, mate.
Thank you, sir.
No worries.
Always a pleasure.
Good on you, mate.
We'll see you next
You
time.
take the coins and your gold, I'll hang on to my gold,
Cheers.
and we'll head for home.
Legend.
Good
Thank
work.
you very much.
2 thumbs up. Next time, folks.
Cheers,
Don't
buddy.
forget, cut back and check out that Blue Eddy giveaway.
Yes, definitely. Good
work.
guys.
See ya.
Yeah.